Recalling chicken strip products for possible contamination. The company is recalling 69,000 pounds of frozen chicken strips.
The latest recall includes products produced from October 1st through March 8th and have the use-by dates of October 1st, 2019 through March 7th of 2020.
Now, the USDA says there have been at least one reported injury. Anyone with the recalled product is urged to throw them away or just take them back to the store.
In 2026, the American food landscape is more scrutinized than ever. With the USDA's new Product of USA labeling standards finally in full effect as of January 1st.
Because they may contain metal pieces, the affected products were produced 25-ounce plastic bags or 20-pound cases.
Consumers are looking closer at the fine print. What many are discovering is that the chicken on their plate, whether from a fast food drive-thru or a grocery store freezer, is often a complex architecture of soy proteins.
Rumors about a massive chicken recall. This affects more than 26,000 pounds of TGI Friday's boneless chicken bites. The products may be contaminated with pieces of clear, hard plastic,
water-binding chemicals, and meat glue. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. While technically containing poultry, these 8 products are often extended so heavily with non-meat ingredients that they legally barely qualify as chicken.
The recalled items were shipped nationwide. Now, there are no reports of injuries. If you have them, throw them out or return them to the store where you bought them.
There have been no reports of injuries. The Chicken Bites items were produced on October 3rd and were shipped to retail locations nationwide.
Here are the 8 chicken products in the U.S. that aren't quite what they seem. 1. The chicken patty fast food standards. Why number 1? Legally required to be called a patty because it contains significant vegetable fillers. If you see the word patty on a menu, like at McDonald's or Burger King, it is a regulatory red flag. By law, these cannot be called chicken fillets because they are blended with wheat flour, cornmeal, or soy protein.
And 2-pound breaded chicken cutlets. The recall also includes their 7-ounce Italian breaded chicken cutlets. The products contain undeclared allergens.
At many major chains, the McChicken or classic chicken sandwich patty contains a significant percentage of these binders to add volume while using less meat. The filler, often a mix of isolated oat product or wheat flour used as an extender. The reality, you're eating a savory chicken-flavored bread and meat hybrid. 2. Formed frozen tenders. Why number 2? They are reconstructed meat rather than whole muscle strips. Many budget-friendly frozen chicken tenders, like those from Perdue or store brands, are labeled as formed.
If you have any of these products, you're asked to return them to a Stop and Shop store for a refund.
This means they aren't sliced from a chicken breast. They are ground-up chicken trimmings mixed with transglutaminase, meat glue, and molded into a strip shape. The filler. Meat glue acts as a chemical binder to make scraps look like whole muscle. The reality, these often have the consistency of salty oatmeal once you bite past the breading. 3. Mechanically separated chicken, MSCM. Why number 3? A paste created by high-pressure machines that strip every last bit of tissue from the bone. Used heavily in hot dogs, sausages, and low-end nuggets, MSCM is a tissue paste. High-pressure equipment forces bones through a sieve to recover tiny bits of meat, often resulting in a product that includes bone marrow and connective tissue. The filler, because it is a paste, it requires stabilizers like egg albumin or carrageenan to hold its shape. The reality, it's a highly processed slurry that bears no physical resemblance to a chicken. 4. Plumped raw breasts, sodium phosphate injection. Why number 4? Injected with saltwater solutions that can make up to 15 to 30% of the total weight. Ever notice a raw chicken breast shrink by half in the pan? That's plumping. Many grocery store chickens are injected with a solution of water, salt, and sodium phosphates. This isn't for flavor. It's to increase the weight of the product so you pay for water at the price of meat. The filler, sodium phosphates act as a sponge to keep the water inside the meat during shipping. The reality, you are paying chicken prices for a 20% saltwater solution. 5. Fast food chicken fries. Why number 5? High surface area to meat ratio with isolated oat fiber used for structure. Chicken fries, like those at Burger King, are the ultimate example of a formulated product. To get that perfectly uniform, fry-like shape, the meat is ground into a fine paste and mixed with oat fiber. This fiber acts as a structural skeleton that allows the product to survive the deep fryer without falling apart. The filler, isolated oat fiber and chicken powder for artificial flavor. The reality, a science experiment designed to look and behave like a potato. 6. Frozen chickenless crispy tenders. Plant-based. Why number 6? They mimic the texture using compressed sawdust, wheat gluten/soy, and zero poultry. While clearly labeled, these items, like Trader Joe's popular but polarizing versions, are often shelved right next to real chicken. In 2026, the technology has improved, but many chickenless options still rely on high-pressure extrusion of soy and pea protein to mimic the stringy texture of real muscle. The filler, methylcellulose, a thickener also found in some bulk laxatives. The reality, a total substitute that relies on heavy seasoning to mask a bland, fibrous base. 7. Canned chicken breast. Why number 7? Often contains more additives for shelf stability than actual whole meat. Canned chicken is often a mushy disappointment because it is cooked under high pressure inside the can. To keep it from disintegrating, manufacturers add modified food starch and carrageenan, a seaweed extract, to bind the water to the meat fibers. The filler, carrageenan and vegetable broth fillers. The reality, the texture is more akin to tuna than the chicken breast you'd cook on a grill. 8. Cultivated chicken essentials, lab-grown. Why number 8? Real animal cells, but grown in a vat rather than on a bird. As of 2026, brands like Upside Foods and Good Meat are entering the market with cultivated chicken. While these are biologically chicken cells, they are grown in bioreactors and often mixed with plant-based binders to give them a fillet shape. The filler, plant proteins are used to provide the scaffolding for the cells to grow on. The reality, the future of meat, but currently a hybrid of cell culture and chemistry. How to spot the fake in 2026. The best way to ensure you are eating actual chicken is to follow the whole muscle rule. If you can't see the natural grain of the meat fibers, it has likely been ground, formed, and glued. With the 2026 USDA labeling transition, look for the 100% real muscle or no fillers stamps, and remember that any product labeled as a patty, nugget, or fritter is legally allowed to contain a significant percentage of non-meat ingredients.